Tonight, chants and applause as teachers negotiate with Denver Public Schools to try and avoid a strike.
But right now, teachers are weighing a new proposal that was just laid on the table. Good evening, I'm Jacqueline Allen.
And I'm Tom Mustin. Glad you're with us tonight. Let's get straight to Denver 7's Lance Hernandez. And Lance, teachers and DPS representatives are on a break right now. So what's the new proposal?
Well, the Classroom Teachers Association is mulling over the DPS's latest proposal. The superintendent, Susanna Cordova, came back to the table about 45 minutes to an hour ago and said, we want to bring back significant progress. She said the district now offering $25 million for the year 2020, $3 million more in 2021, cost of living increases. She also said they're going to reduce the budget at central administration by $20 million over the next 2 years, eliminating 150 positions. With me is high school social studies teacher Chris Bethscheider. You've been listening into these negotiations for quite a while. What's your thought about what you just heard about an hour ago?
I feel like we're getting closer. I really appreciate that they came to the table with something this time. Of course, 15 months ago, it would have been nice to start seeing these offers. I just don't think it's quite enough yet. We're not seeing the money inside of the salary schedule. So it's great to have increased incentives, but that's not what we've asked for. We've actually asked for these incentives to go away so that we can have more base pay because the incentives come and go and we're never really sure. And part of our issue is we don't know what our paycheck's going to be year to year.
And give me an example about the incentives too, because some teachers work at schools where they get paid incentives, and sometimes the situation at that school changes and all of a sudden there's no incentive anymore.
Yeah.
Sometimes teachers don't want to stay at those schools. Your thoughts about that?
Yeah, and we actually did a survey. It turns out that people don't want to stay at these hard to serve schools because of the incentive. They stay or they leave based on the administration or the students that they serve or the peers that they work with. So larger incentives aren't going to make any difference. Base pay is going to be what keeps teachers here, and we're trying to retain teachers for the long run for our students.
And a big question, because you've seen some movement now that you haven't seen for quite a while, are you optimistic that if you stay here a while this evening that you'll reach agreement before the strike deadline?
I tell you, I'm really, really hopeful, and I don't know how late we have to stay here tonight, but if there's not some big movement inside of that salary schedule, we're definitely walking on Monday.
I appreciate you taking the time to visit with us. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, so teachers were chanting a little bit earlier today saying they're ready to walk out. And they'll spend the day tomorrow. If they don't reach agreement today, they're not going to negotiate tomorrow. That's what we've been told earlier. I guess that could change. But if they decide to walk out, they'll spend the day tomorrow working on strike preparations. Reporting live on the South Acoma campus, Lance Hernandez, Denver 7.
All right, we are all watching. Thanks, Lance. Now, if you are worried about what to do with your child next week if teachers strike, Denver Mayor Michael Hancock says city recreation centers will be open to families who keep their kids at home. We'll have all the information on that and other programs like free meals on thedenverchannel.com.
And all next week, we're going 360 on this teacher strike. We want to hear from everyone impacted. That includes teachers on the picket lines, the school district, and of course, parents. If you have a perspective you think needs to be covered, send us an email at 360@thedenverchannel.com. You can also join the conversation on the Denver 7 Facebook page.